Did you know that Montreal has over 20 miles of underground tunnels? Let's go find out what's underneath the city.
So the underground city is shaped like a big U, and right now we have entered the northeasternmost corner of the U, which is the Place des Arts. And in this complex you have several theaters, the Museum of Contemporary Art, and it also connects to a metro station. And then if you continue on into the next area, that is the Complexe Desjardins, which is a large shopping area.
This is the Complexe Desjardins, and it has over 100 stores, has a huge food court with a lot of seating, clean bathrooms, and there's over 6 stories of office space here. So if you're looking for a place to shop, if you're looking for a place to eat, this is a good place to go.
The Montreal Underground City is divided into 6 sections by letter, so A, B, C, D, E, F. We were just in F, which includes the Complexe Desjardins and the Place des Arts. We're moving into section E, which is mostly government buildings. You're not allowed to film in there. So the government agencies in the next zone include the Palais de congrès, which is where you can get your passport, where you can get visas, so those kinds of government services.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our way through there into Zone D, and we will let you know what we discover in Zone D.
Every time I see the name of this section, I think of the mayor of Flavortown, Guy Fieri.
I'm the mayor of Flavortown. I'm like,
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
It seems like these brick corridors are the connectors between the different complexes. So if you're not sure where to go, follow the orange brick road, the red brick road, to traverse between the complexes. So we have now entered the Palais des Congrès, and I got confused because the word congrès looks like Congress, so I was thinking bureau government stuff, but that was the Guy Fieri complex, the Guy Favreau complex. The Palais des Congrès is a convention hall, and it hosts more than 6,000 events a year.
It looks relatively modern in here.
Yeah, like it was recently renovated or... Oh, sorry, pause for yawn. Anyway, so we're going to continue on.
What zone is this?
Zone E. So we've been through zones F and E, and we're going to continue on into Zone D. And I believe there should be some more shopping over there. Okay, if you look at the top of the sign, it says RESO. That's actually the official name of the Underground Network, the RÉSO. I'm not totally sure what it all stands for, but I know that the O symbol is for the metro. It's some type of acronym. We'll let you know if we find out what it is.
Really feel like one could get lost in these corridors.
Oh yeah.
Truly a labyrinth. As I said at the beginning, it's about 20 miles, over 20 miles of tunnels. And I think approximately how many people come through here every day?
So during the winter, about 500,000 people come through the underground city every day.
It's quite a lot of people. If there was ever a zombie apocalypse, I'd be very scared to be down here.
So to help you navigate down here, they have these signs telling you the directions that you're going. And they also have several maps on the wall, so you can always check if you're going in the right direction. You can see behind me this handy dandy RÉSO map. And this is the underground network in the shape of a U. There's a little tail that goes off over here too. I think there's a hockey rink or a hockey stadium over there. But we started up here and we are now down here somewhere.
Just keeps going. We're trying our best not to go outside.
There's so many different types of lights and walls and floors in this. They've been building it since the 60s. You can really see how some parts are a lot newer. We have made it to Place Bonaventure, which is the next area we were trying to get to. So we're now in zone D. As you can see, the decor has warmed up a little bit because we're actually entering back into civilization. And there's a sign behind me as an example of some office space to rent. A lot of the underground network connects different office buildings. That's just an example of an area where they're renting out some offices. Also, the Hilton's up here. So if you're wanting to stay at the Hilton, it's in here.
Something that's super Canada right here. It's an indoor ice skating rink. Look at that, freshly cleaned.
It's not really cold in here, so I'm surprised that there's ice down there. So we have now entered into section C of the U. We are in the Gare Centrale, which is the central station. And just north of Central Station is where the first bit of the underground network was built. It opened in 1962, and evidently it was partially to cover a pit of unsightly railway tracks. So that was the beginning of the underground city. And then from there, they just kept building and building and adding on expansions to the point of where it is today with over 20 plus miles of underground tunnels.
There's a lot of places to eat in this station.
Yeah, it is the central train station of town. So this is where you'd come if you want to take a train up to other parts of Quebec or other parts of Canada in general.
I believe you can take the train all the way to Vancouver from here too.
We are now passing through the Place Ville Marie, which is another smaller shopping area. There's also a very swanky food court in here. There was an art installation from the Museum of Contemporary Art. Apparently there are 30 plus stores in this section, but we are heading on into the final section that we're going to visit today, which is the Centre Iton de Montréal. And that is another larger shopping area.
Just like the Complexe de Desjardins.
Yes, just like the Complexe Desjardins.
And I think it's underneath McGill University.
Yes, we are heading towards McGill University at this point.
Or the University of McGill.
And one more thing, the Centre Iton is, I believe,
I think it's Zone B.
Should be Zone B. This is the Timeout Market, and it's described as les meilleurs chefs de la ville. So the best chefs in town all in one place. So I think that this is a local food court full of local chefs and food brands. It's a vibe in here. Are we at the hotel in Santorini?
So we are in our last section, the Eaton Center. I believe that's what it is. This is section B of the underground city. What are your thoughts, Aubrey? What did you think of this journey?
I think all in all, we walked about 4 miles, like 3 or 4 miles today through the U, and that's just scratching the surface of the underground network.
I think it's kind of deceiving to say that it's an underground city because there's
It's a misnomer.
There's
Yeah.
sections that the tunnels go above the ground, below the ground, on street level.
A lot of the shopping and the office buildings are above ground, but you can access them through the underground, which is actually a big selling point for a lot of the office spaces. And it was a cold, rainy day here today, so I think this was a good thing for us to do, to just walk around and explore. I will say there are supposedly some more local shops down here, but everything I saw was like a brand name that I recognized. This really is shopping. It's big name shopping, big brand name shopping. But if that's what you enjoy doing when you're in a city, then this is an excellent place for you to come.
And there's plenty of places to eat.
Yeah, so many places to eat.
Especially here in the Ian Center. The Timeout Market is a place that looks really cool to eat. And there's a lot of local bars in there, food offerings, and it just helps you to not only get some of your touristy out of you, but to feel a little bit like a local, especially when it's really cold here in Montreal.
And raining. Okay, I found out what RÉSO stands for. It stands for Le Réseau Souterrain de Montréal, which just means Montreal's Underground City.
Very creative.
So, that's what that translates to. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention about the Underground City is art installations are a big part of it, and there's even an organization called Art Souterrain, which is like underground art, that does a big event in February every year where they do a bunch of art installations. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check that out. But I think that we're gonna go find some dinner, and hope you enjoyed this video about the underground, got to know it a little better. I certainly didn't know much about it before we started our day today, so it was fun to discover. And if you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise,
if you like what you saw and you want to see more, click that subscribe button, bell notification, and we hope to see you in the next one.